Let me find her. You know what's funny? These people don't feel it until it hits them, right? Like these producers, they didn't feel it until one of them got called out by like Damon Dash, and then all of a sudden it was, oh my God, blah 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 blah. People are saying mean things to me. Oh, and think when y'all went and lied and said that I called Angela. Come on now, bruh. Come on now, bruh. That's not what you are now. And it was real casual and calm, and I walked off and I did a spin actually into the mirror, checked my face, and walked into the scene. There was no shade towards her from me. She walked up to me shady in the first place, or maybe she's on the spectrum. I don't. They took audio from later after the fifth time they asked me to tell that story. But that was also after producers had said, oh, she's outside saying she doesn't want you to be on the show anymore. Here you go. That's who you go tell. Go tell them two people right there that I deserve my own show. Because I don't think they understand. But they literally put words in my mouth. Like, if you notice, if you go all the way back to season 2, when Andrew and I had a beef that was never a beef, that's not shady. Maybe she's on the spectrum. That's real. Oh, okay, I see why that was funny. But here's the deal. The reason I say that is if we're in the dark, there's no cameras around, which is weird, and she chooses to take that moment when she's not mic'd to walk up to me and go, hi, what did she say? She was like, hi, I'm Angela or something. And I was like, hey, Briana, I know who you are. Like, we know, why are you playing? You know, I don't understand. Nice to officially meet you, but realistically, I know you. First of all, my face is one that's very difficult to forget. She walks up to me, though, like I said, in the dark, introduces herself, which kind of threw me off. Like, also, she's blindsided me. She came out of the shadows, and I got PTSD, so I was like, ooh, hello? And she was like, hi, I'm Angela. And I was like, Briana. She was like, nice to meet you. And I was like, we've met, because I don't understand what's happening right now. What are we doing? What is this? And she was like, oh, really? How old was I? I said, who know how old you are now? And I laughed. Hell, because let's be clear. Who are you? I'm sure you have plenty of fans. I'm not one of them, ma'am. And to walk around so big-headed as to think that everybody knows how old you are, I don't. So that's why I said maybe she was on the spectrum and she didn't realize, like, maybe she just didn't realize. But I laughed so hard that my children's children laughed with me, and it was like a choir. And I said, I don't know how old you are now. I spun around and I looked in the mirror and I went like this, and I went on the scene because my homegirl had just finished signing her papers, right? Her release form. So we walk out and I was like, my drink, please. And it was waiting for me, thankfully. And we picked the darkest corner in the back of the club, right? Because it's her party. Picked the darkest corner in the back of the club, and they surrounded me. They had cast members come sit next to me and ask me several times what happened outside. And I was like, what do you mean? Nothing happened. She said, nice to meet you. I was like, we've met. She was like, when? And that was it. And then at that point, I told it like 4 times, and then a producer or the show, the creator comes over to me and he goes, yo, what happened? Angela's losing it outside. She's calling, we're trying to get you kicked off the show. Now, what you don't do is money, because that's my baby. So I lost it. I was like, talking about, I don't want to film with her. She's ghetto. Woo, woo, woo. First of all, let's be very clear. This girl has been to my parents' house several times. There's pictures of me all over. I know you know who. I just don't actually live off my parents. So my girl wasn't up under my parents when y'all was over there. I was across the river getting money in my own spot. Long story short, when they edited it, edited it in such a way that they took audio from me telling the story the last time after he was like, yo, what happened? And I was like, what do you mean she's out there X, Y, and Z? So I was like, I don't know how old you are now or whatever. They changed it. But the initial one, mind you, hers is a complete ADR. So she sounds completely innocent because she wasn't mic'd. She wasn't mic'd. They made it look like I was chasing her. Blood, first of all, I don't chase liquor. What I look like chasing you. I don't chase liquor. I don't even chase the bag. I let it come to me as it's supposed to. I don't even run from police. I'd be like, hello, officer. Yep. All right. Will I be out by breakfast? Okay. So again, y'all started this game literally making it appear as though I was some bully. So what happened to me was I had to suffer for the next 4 years while my actual personality was never given an opportunity to shine. And I was constantly being threatened in my DMs. People were telling me my parents got a divorce. So now people are saying that I'm living off of her and stealing her money. I should, my sister and brother, they don't know why nobody's taking care of us. And I never anything to anyone. I showed up to my call time and got caught off guard by, no. Make that sense, though. Still in here talking about I'm me. I earned it at this point. Big difference between being mean and protecting yourself when you've been done dirty a bunch. For years, they running the narrative that no one likes me. Of course I'm going to come to work. Check so I can go home. Go watch movies with my son. Oh, I don't like that. Here. I will never like that. She want ghetto, I'm going to give, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you saying? Because literally, the entire audience of the show was in my DMs, well, all the ones who tweet, and on my Twitter, and all y'all was saying. So forgive me if I don't, come around now talking about, oh my God, you've grown so much. No, I never changed. I never changed. Never changed. I've always been solid in my character. And I'll be the first. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Y'all talking, I'm living off somebody's money. I was selling tamales and plates on Fridays. I was living off food stamps, my money. I started slinging teas, making teas and selling those. Then I started selling sage, then crystals, then what else after the bath? Candles that turned into massage oil when you burn them. Now incense and sage. And I'm bringing the candles back. I've been hustling since I was in grade school. I'm not the one living off nobody. I developed a personality out here in these streets getting my life and still found time to educate myself, and I didn't even graduate high school. Knock it off. 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 I'm just saying, y'all need to recognize what you're really looking at and how you're looking at it. Packaged real other little dusty because it's still on the ground. Now go run and tell